Please welcome Holly Painter.
Ignite events are about inspiring people. Speakers share passions, thoughts, feelings, and ideas with carefully chosen words, and the audience comes to be inspired, or for the free food. I'm here tonight for two reasons. One is to introduce you to spoken word poetry, most commonly associated with poetry slams. And it's an art form that inspires audiences with carefully chosen words in a bit different way than you will experience here tonight. We have our very own poetry slam right here in London. It runs once a month, or has run once a month for the past 6 years, and it has been my home for the last 2 years. Slams are energetic, emotional, and extremely inspiring. I know what some of you are thinking: poetry, boring. Emotions, no thank you. And hopefully I can change your mind about that. But if I can inspire you to visit the slam, at least hear my second message, which is words have power. I'm going to share a poem called Weapon of Choice, which I wrote just before the suicide of Amanda Todd brought international attention to the devastating impact words can have. Words can connect us intimately or build walls between us. They can give a person hope or inflict harm. They can positively or negatively affect or change the way we view ourselves, each other, and the world as a whole. The words we hear, speak, and share, even online, have huge impact. As a secondary school teacher, a strong advocate for gay rights and mental health, and a poet, I am constantly reminded of the power of words, and I hope this talk tonight will serve as inspiration to always choose yours wisely and to teach and challenge others to do the same. I don't understand this hunger for a book about kids killing kids. When we bear witness to these scenes of violence on a daily basis, it's true. We like to think that it all happens at a distance, that the stories jumping from newspaper headlines aren't about the heads lined up for class in the school next door, that the horrors of weapons drawn by teens are just fiction spawned for screens, and the victims gone to sleep eternally could never be our own sons and daughters. See, it's into movie theaters we pour, or line up outside bookstores waiting for the chance to put pages in our hands that describe a world where young people are sent away to play a game of survival. But can you not see? Our own youth vie for their lives from behind computer screens, entering cyber arenas that often become battle scenes. We fail to take notice as children clutch weapons in hand and click. Target found. Click. Insults abound. Click. Self-confidence drowns. Click. Next time no one's around. Click. 6 feet into the ground goes the body of one who lost the game. Unable to remain a target forever, they take their own lives before their enemies ever get the chance. Yet we praise the young girl heroine who clutches a bow and arrow in her hands, picking off young competitors with precision. How would we feel if the weapon she brandished was a mouse? Her arrows would still find their targets. So would it be any harder for us to cheer for her if she killed her peers with a weapon we could find inside our own house? Would it be too terrible to realize that our children slay each other with words daily, insults hurled like hand grenades, cursing each other to early graves, yet we say, names will never hurt you? I think maybe we should adopt the practice of lighting up our sky like a television screen, showing the bright eyes and smiling teeth of every child that's ever been erased from this earth from bullying. Do you think then that we would pay more attention if faces replaced base statistics of victims, if we saw clearly each and every face that will never wake to see another sunrise? Boys and girls who think taking their own lives is better than being hunted in hallways and online, yet we sit satisfied reading our books and ignoring the cries of children stalked like prey. Harassed for being ugly, stupid, or gay. See, the real world is less like a Hunger Game and more like pure cannibalism. Bullies feed off each other, as hate spreads like a cancer, entering through the eyes and ears, then making its way to the most delicate organ of them all, which is the heart. Bitter remarks tear into lining, taunts and jeers sear through tissue until eventually the heart dies, alongside self-confidence and the hope that things will ever change. See, there's not much difference between laughter and slaughter. So when LOLs become SOSs, will we hear the cries for help or be stuck in our own fantasy world plucked from a shelf where kids kill kids with weapons? Don't tell me that's any better or worse than kids who kill kids with words.